A triangle is a closed figure formed by 3 angles, 3 sides and 3 vertices. In triangle ABC, angle BAC, angle ABC and angle ACB are the angles. AB, BC and AC are the sides. Point A, point B and point C are the vertices. Note that angle BAC, angle ABC and angle ACB lie completely inside triangle ABC. Their arms are the sides of the triangle. These angles, angle BAC, angle ABC and angle ACB, are called the interior angles of the triangle. The sum of 3 interior angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Look at angle ACD in this figure. Side BC of the triangle is extended to draw ray CD. Side AC and ray CD form angle ACD. Angle ACD is an exterior angle of triangle ABC. As shown in the diagram, 2 exterior angles can be drawn at each vertex. That means a total of 6 exterior angles can be drawn. Angle EAC and angle FAB at vertex A, angle GBA and angle HBC at vertex B, angle ACD and angle BCI at vertex C. Total 6 exterior angles of triangle ABC. Each exterior angle and the corresponding interior angle form a linear pair. Let us study a theorem regarding the exterior angles of a triangle. This is the theorem of remote interior angles of a triangle. Theorem: the measure of exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of its remote interior angles. Given, angle ACD is an exterior angle of triangle ABC. To prove, measure angle ACD is equal to measure angle BAC plus measure angle ABC. Proof: the sum of interior angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Therefore, measure angle BAC plus measure angle ABC plus measure angle ACB is equal to 180 degree, statement 1. Also, measure angle ACB plus measure angle ACD is equal to 180 degree. Reason: angles in a linear pair, statement 2. Measure angle BAC plus measure angle ABC plus measure angle ACB is equal to measure angle ACB plus measure angle ACD. This comes from the statements 1 and 2. Therefore, measure angle BAC plus measure angle ABC is equal to measure angle ACD, because by eliminating angle ACB from both the sides. Therefore, measure of exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of remote interior angles. Hence, this is proved. Exterior angle of a triangle theorem. We know that if A and B are natural numbers, A plus B is greater than A and A plus B is greater than B.
According to the theorem of remote interior angles of a triangle, if angle ACD is an exterior angle of triangle ABC, then
major angle ACD is equal to major angle BAC plus major angle ABC. Therefore, major angle ACD is greater than major angle BAC and major angle ACD is greater than major angle ABC. In other words, exterior angle of a triangle is greater than each of its corresponding remote interior angles. This is an important property of exterior angles of a triangle. Let us study another property of exterior angles of a triangle. When the sides of a triangle are extended in the same direction, the sum of the exterior angles so formed is 360 degree. Observe this diagram. Given angle QPT, angle RQU and angle PRS are exterior angles of triangle PQR. To prove, major angle QPT plus major angle RQU plus major angle PRS is equal to 360 degree. Proof. Method 1. Major angle QPT is equal to major angle PQR plus major angle PRQ. Statement 1. This is because
theorem of remote interior angles of a triangle.
Major angle RQU is equal to major angle QPR plus major angle PRQ. Statement 2. Major angle PRS is equal to major angle QPR plus major angle PQR. Statement 3. Adding both the sides of equations 1, 2 and 3, we get major angle QPT plus major angle RQU plus major angle PRS is equal to major angle PQR plus major angle PRQ plus major angle QPR plus major angle PRQ plus major angle QPR plus major angle PQR. That is 2 times major angle QPR plus 2 times major angle PQR plus 2 times major angle PRQ, which gives us 2 times in the bracket major angle QPR plus major angle PQR plus major angle PRQ is equal to 2 times 180 degree. Sum of interior angles of a triangle is 180 degree, which is equal to 360 degree. Therefore, major angle QPT plus major angle RQU plus major angle PRS is equal to 360 degree.
We can prove this theorem by another method also.
Proof. Method 2. In this figure, major angle QPT plus major angle QPR is equal to 180 degree. Statement 1. Major angle RQU plus major angle PQR is equal to 180 degree. Statement 2. Major angle PRS plus major angle PRQ is equal to 180 degree. Angles in a linear pair. Statement 3. Adding both the sides of equation 1, 2 and 3 gives us major angle QPT plus major angle QPR plus major angle RQU plus major angle PQR plus major angle PRS plus major angle PRQ is equal to 180 degree plus 180 degree plus 180 degree. Therefore, major angle QPT plus major angle RQU plus major angle PRS plus major angle QPR plus major angle PQR plus major angle PRQ is equal to 180 degree into 3. Therefore, major angle QPT plus major angle RQU plus major angle PRS plus 180 degree is equal to 540 degree. Angle QPT plus angle RQU plus angle PRS is equal to 540 degree minus 180 degree, which gives us angle QPT plus angle RQU plus angle PRS is equal to 360 degree. Let us solve a few examples now. In this figure, angle BAE is 110 degree, angle ACD 120 degree. Find the measure of angle CBF. Solution. Angle BAE, angle CBF and angle ACD are exterior angles of triangle ABC formed by extending the sides in the same direction. Therefore, measure angle BAE plus measure angle CBF plus measure angle ACD is equal to 360 degree property of exterior angles of a triangle. Therefore, 110 degree plus measure angle CBF plus 120 degree is equal to 360 degree. This is given. Therefore, measure angle CBF plus 230 degree is equal to 360 degree. Therefore, measure angle CBF is equal to 360 degree minus 230 degree is equal to 130 degree. Therefore, measure angle CBF is equal to 130 degree. Look at this figure. In triangle ABC, measure angle BAC is 32 degree. Measure angle ABC is 68 degree. So find measure angle ACD. Solution. In triangle ABC, measure angle BAC 32 degree. Measure angle ABC 68 degree. This is given. Angle ACD is an exterior angle of triangle ABC. This is from the figure. Measure angle ACD is equal to measure angle BAC plus measure angle ABC because
theorem of remote interior angles of a triangle.
Therefore, measure angle ACD is equal to 32 degree plus 68 degree is equal to 100 degree. Therefore, measure angle ACD is equal to 100 degree. Observe this figure. In triangle ADE, if measure angle ADE is equal to 60 degree and measure angle AED is equal to 50 degree, find measure angle BAC. Solution. In triangle ADE, measure angle ADE 60 degree, measure angle AED 50 degree. This is given. Measure angle DAE plus measure angle ADE plus measure angle AED is equal to 180 degree, sum of interior angles of a triangle. Measure angle DAE plus 60 degree plus 50 degree is equal to 180 degree. Measure angle DAE plus 110 degree is equal to 180 degrees. Therefore, measure angle DAE is equal to 70 degree. In triangle ADB, BD is congruent to AD. This is from the figure. ADB is isosceles triangle. Measure angle BAD is equal to measure angle ABD because these are the base angles of isosceles triangle. Also, angle ADE is an exterior angle of triangle ADB. Therefore, measure angle BAD plus measure angle ABD is equal to measure angle ADE.
Theorem of remote interior angles of a triangle.
Therefore, 2 times measure angle BAD is equal to 60 degree. Therefore, measure angle BAD is equal to 30 degree. In triangle AEC, AE is congruent to EC from the figure. Angle EAC is congruent to angle ECA, base angles of isosceles triangle. Angle AED is an exterior angle of triangle AEC. Therefore, measure angle EAC plus measure angle ACE is equal to measure angle AED.
Theorem of remote interior angles of a triangle.
Therefore, 2 times measure angle EAC is equal to 50 degree. Measure angle EAC is equal to 25 degree. Measure angle BAC is equal to measure angle BAD plus measure angle DAE plus measure angle EAC adjacent angles is equal to 30 degree plus 70 degree plus 25 degree is equal to 125 degree. Therefore, measure angle BAC is equal to 125 degree. What did we learn? Sum of all 3 interior angles of a triangle is 180 degree.
Every exterior angle of a triangle and its adjacent angle form a linear pair of angles. Theorem of remote interior angles of a triangle. The measure of exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of its remote interior angles.
Exterior angle of a triangle is greater than each of its remote interior angles. When the sides of a triangle are extended in the same direction, the sum of the exterior angles so formed is 360 degree. Exercise. An exterior angle of a triangle measures 120 degree. If one of its remote interior angles measures 60 degree, what type of triangle is this? The measures of three angles of a triangle are 3x degree, x plus 15 degree and 2x minus 15 degree. Find the measures of each of its angles and identify the type of the triangle. In triangle ABC, measure angle ACB is equal to 70 degree. Measure angle DBE is equal to 50 degree. Find measure angle BAC and measure angle BAF. In the adjacent figure, AB is parallel to EC. If measure angle ECD is equal to 50 degree and measure angle BAC is equal to 60 degree, then find out measure angle ABF, measure angle ACD and measure angle ACE.